Welcome to a Freightwaves exclusive interview. I'm Thomas Wasson. I'm joined with the folks at Link Logistics. We are catching up with them on their progress of their sustainability program. The folks at Link had recently released a version of their latest sustainability report. I'm super excited to be joined by Tyler Deaton. He's the Senior Vice President and Head of Sustainability at Link Logistics. He's recently taken the role over from Sam Stockdale, who is working at a new role at Link Logistics, helping out with their sustainability as well. Tyler, I'm super excited to have you to the show. Welcome.
Thank you, Thomas. Appreciate it and happy to be here.
Let's talk a little bit about your background. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we'll start diving into the details.
Yeah, sure. So I previously served as Link's head of building solutions, where I focused on optimizing the sustainable building features of our warehouses across our portfolio. So really that includes things like our on-site renewable deployment, our national LED program, building system integration, and other sustainable infrastructure programs that we continue to evaluate as technology emerges. Really, before joining Link, I led sustainable design and construction within JP Morgan's global real estate group and have focused on strategies to enhance building efficiencies and operations really throughout my entire career. Link recently also created a new department called Power and Infrastructure, which Sam now leads and is responsible for power entitlements and infrastructure development to support the ever evolving energy needs of Link's properties and our customers that occupy those buildings. As Link's new head of sustainability, I'm going to continue to focus on data driven decarbonization strategy across our 500 million square foot portfolio of last mile industrial real estate, which focuses first and foremost on optimizing energy efficiency. And we're really focused on solutions that drive measurable value to our customers and support their sustainability objectives.
And let's dive into this report as well. It is the most recent one here, talking about the progress you have made, and you guys are building some momentum as well. So let's dive into a real quick around the world on what it is, and then we'll dive into some of the specifics and focus on that.
Yeah, this is our annual sustainability report. I'm incredibly proud of the report that it highlights the progress over the last year and really all the hard work from the team that went into making those achievements possible. Sustainability has been central to our mission from the beginning, and it always comes back to creating long-term value for our customers while advancing those decarbonization strategies. Just to hit on a few key highlights from the report. I mean, we completed over 49 million square feet of LED retrofits last year. We installed almost 19 megawatts of solar on our buildings. We certified more than 11 million square feet of LEED space and achieved nearly 1,700 metric tons of carbon reductions through our energy efficiency projects. Just also a quick flag. The entire report is digital first for the first time this year with videos and animations. So even if you aren't a sustainability junkie such as myself, I encourage folks to go on and check it out. It's pretty cool. You can see it on our website at linklogistics.com.
And talking about one of the cool things, of course, we're going to tee this up, is looking at some of the progress. The 49 million of LED retrofit, that is remarkable because you think across all of these properties and spaces, the very light, look how shiny I am right now, that can mean a huge difference for both customers and property owners.
Yeah, I think it's a huge testament to our commitment on that program and just the scale at which what Link does things, right? And it's not only just about the saving energy, right? There's also the benefits of the built environment that our customers and their employees occupy and live in those spaces every day, right? You're lighting those spaces and you're having a better, experience in their day-to-day working environments.
And I like the solar aspect as well. Before we dive into all the data, having the infrastructure to help create things for the data to look at, that's one of the big wins, because I can imagine with a lot of these buildings and spaces, it takes quite a bit of energy to maintain them and keep them where you want to be, preferably temperature and operating efficiency. Talk about some of the solar. That feels like that's a positive feedback loop that helps everybody out.
Yeah, I think it's a great achievement for the firm, right? We've gone through various iterations of our solar initiatives and programs, and we're super excited to be kind of driving forward that program. And we've really spent this past year seeing where we can find those opportunities across the portfolio and are looking forward to really start deploying even more solar next year as we continue kind of through that diligence and development process. So I think next year you're going to see some even better numbers on those.
And all kind of ties into a part of a larger goal, which is energy management being the core of the sustainability program, being able to help manage it. Let's dive into some of that as well, because we do have amazing progress towards building up this infrastructure to help with sustainability. And then at the same time, it's just as important to have the data and the resources to understand the impact.
Yeah, it's really just having that operational mindset. That's the kind of background that I came from. And energy management is a central pillar of Link's sustainability strategy. It's a function that I believe Link needed to ensure that we are leading the market when it comes to utility and energy management for our customers. We have a team that has deep industry knowledge around utilities and optimization opportunities with our first of its kind energy and utility management platform called Energy Solutions, which is accessible to our customers through our digital customer platform, Link Plus. It's geared towards driving value to the customers by generating savings and energy efficiency opportunities. So new and existing customers interested in saving time and money with respect to their utilities can enroll in the program, have access to our energy experts and their insights on how to optimize their utility spend. Our goal is really to be future ready as there's as you know, right, there's an ever increasing focus and demand for our customers on energy for their operations, right? Everything from advanced robotics to manufacturing to electrification of vehicles and the fleets, right? All of that is driving a greater focus on energy and power availability.
Yeah, definitely. That's one of the big things, like you said, if you're trying to have more sustainability, especially in that space like EVs, infrastructure, adjacent infrastructure that's plugging into buildings or working with the buildings, you're going to have a platform to make sure that you're able to handle everything from all these increasing demands. Tell us a little more details on the platform. You all have over 9,000 customers across the US. So this has got to be a really great opportunity for folks who, maybe you're getting pressure from customers or consumers about showcasing their sustainability. Is this something where, as I'm getting more interest, I can show my work now, when in the past it was a very difficult thing just to quantify the impact you're having?
Yeah, absolutely. Having the data is one thing, but being able to have the platform to show and highlight those areas of opportunity and success and savings has been a huge success for us, right? Certainly still early days in terms of overall, enrollment and things like that, but we have conviction behind it and we're continuing to have those conversations with our customers and making sure that we're highlighting those opportunities and continuing to engage customers who enroll in the energy solutions program.
And amongst these adopters, talking about some of the benefits of these energy solutions that are resonating with the customers and specific types of customers, is there anything you can share with us in terms of the most interested things from the program that they're getting?
Yeah, I mean, I really think, we view the insights we're able to glean from our national data platform as a true differentiator from Link. And data, again, is central to our kind of three-step sustainability approach with, again, that operational mindset. It was really a mantra that was instilled in me early on in my career, right? It's that measure, reduce, offset, right? And that allows us to fully understand energy usage and customer requirements at sites across the portfolio. So we can really create a tailored, data driven strategy to optimize for energy efficiency that works for our customers, whether it's LED lighting, solar, et cetera, right? All of those sorts of things that they gain are the things that we're focused on as part of this strategy. I think, just to kind of walk you through it a little bit, right? First, you measure, right? Can't optimize what you can't measure, right? So these customers are transferring their utility accounts to Link Logistics to be managed on their behalf. And we're able to benchmark their consumption expenses through our dashboard, and understand what the actual, demand profile and needs are. Kind of then you really, once you measure that, then you can work to reduce. You want to make sure the building is running as efficiently as possible. So through that data, Link deploys capital towards energy efficiency upgrades for the building and our customers. These upgrades generate financial benefits for both the customers and the firm, which aligns the incentives for both parties and help them overcome that kind of old adage of that split incentive barrier that you've seen kind of predominate in the industrial sector. And finally, you seek to offset, right? After making the customer space as energy efficient as possible, Link Logistics can then purchase and install renewable power sources on their behalf, which can generate cost savings while driving down their emissions. And this again helps essentially both the customer and the Link achieve various sustainability goals.
I like the renewable power solutions because I get to talk with folks as part of my job, and one of the challenges is you have to figure out when your peak consumption is, how much are you getting charged. If you can reduce it during the peak, you're saving a lot of money on energy. But then you also want to have renewables to help you out and then kind of save it. Well, we mentioned the solar. We've got more efficiency in the lighting. Are there any other things across the radar that folks should be aware of in terms of renewables that can possibly help them out? And then if they're existing customers, they're like, hey, I should check this out.
Yeah, I mean, early days, but we're also looking at battery storage technology, right? So that again, you can shave those peak demand loads, right, and find efficiencies, and even charge those batteries, on the off peaks, right, during the evening hours, right, where energy is typically less expensive. You just charge them during the day, right? You're not consuming energy from the grid. So again, reducing those operating expenses for the customers and shaving those kind of peaks and valleys. So that's certainly something that we're continuing to look at. But again, focus has mainly been on solar, but that's something that's on the roadmap for sure.
I feel like there's an added benefit if I want to use for my warehousing and my footprint is that if I have a provider and a partner who can help me with that, I can also get more favorable deals or help out the utilities who are supplying it. As one of the many things I hear is that it's increasingly challenging in the industrial space from an infrastructure problem because a lot of these large utilities are thinking, well, how much juice do I need to give them, and can they tell me how much juice they need? Which feels like a huge challenge.
Yeah, it's definitely a huge challenge. Now Sam is working on that diligently in the power and infrastructure department, trying to marry the two up. Also thinking about how the various utilities, that whole process that you go through of studies and, load letters and finding the power and how long all of that sort of stuff takes. And then to your point, understanding what the demand is going to be on the other side with the customer or the off taker, that's the piece that you know, is one of those things that we're looking to try to build out that expertise here within the firm. And I think Sam's the right guy for the job, and he's looking on that on a daily basis, trying to find those projects.
And let's talk about not only congratulations on your role as well, taking over from Sam, but through your transition, was there any cool things that you got to learn as well as you've jumped into the sustainability space? Any really cool things you can share with folks as you're building up this journey and continuing in the new spot?
Yeah, I really think that the energy solutions program is something that I wasn't as close to in my prior role, and being part of that team and understanding their expertise and the things that they're looking to bring to the table, I think is super exciting, right? We talk about the nuts and the bolts of the actual building, but they're also looking at things like tariff analysis and procurement opportunities, right? So like making sure that the customers are on the right tariff from the utility so that they're not, overspending, or thinking about in the deregulated energy markets where you can procure energy at a potentially less expensive rate than from the utility. We're looking at all of those opportunities to make sure that we're trying to drive value to the customers and that they're, reducing their utility spend as much as possible. And again, not every customer across our portfolio has that in-house expertise. They want to focus on their day-to-day core business. We can be that resource to them and help drive that value for them.
I think that's such a great point. One of the things is you're so busy as a customer in your day to day operations that you don't really have time to understand some of the different levers you can have for that energy management. Having this platform now, having this data, and having Link be able to help them out, that could lead to quite a bit of savings. Because I had no idea personally that you could also use, especially with the tariff and the type of utility, being able to have a more customizable way instead of the traditional one size fits all. I'm just stuck paying this. I'm stuck dealing with this.
Yeah. I think that's, again, energy solutions really about saving our customers time and money. The customers that we're working with are demanding a higher level of service than they ever have in the past. I think energy solutions and the adoption signals at a macro level not only that shift in service offerings, but also the macro shift towards a focus again on energy and utilities broadly across the real estate sector. And the kind of the overall maturation of sustainability and carbon reduction goals is causing a demand for a higher levels of service through our analysis, right? And we're seeing great customer engagement with the program so far, but again, are still in early days. Where we've seen some of the most excitement from our customers is our ability to relieve them again of their utility management burden and provide full service support from our team of energy management experts. I mean, I was speaking to a customer last week, and just the simple benefit of not having to have a dedicated resource in house paying and overseeing utility bills and being able to focus again on running their core business, that was enough. They were like, sign me up, right? Essentially, we're acting as those energy management consultants for our customers when they wouldn't have access to that otherwise.
And if folks, current customers or future customers, if they want to learn more about the sustainability report, they want to read up more on this to see what some of these opportunities are, what is the best way to get more of that information?
Yeah, I would go to linklogistics.com. They can access our sustainability report. They can also see the department on the website. That's the best place to do it.
Well, check it out. Tyler, thank you so much for hopping on for a brief interview with me. Really excited to see what y'all are working on and super excited to see what you guys are working on next as well. Thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, thanks, Thomas. Appreciate the time and thanks for having me today.
You definitely want to check out the folks at Link Logistics. You can find a copy of their latest sustainability report at linklogistics.com. Big congrats to Tyler as well and the Link team. They're working on some amazing stuff. Highly recommended. That's it for this special edition of Freightwaves interview. I'm Thomas Wasson. We'll see you again soon.